No, Batman, I'm not going to kill you. I'm just going to break you.
Hey, Bruce. Billie D brought a case of that smooth Colt 45 and a couple of loose ladies of the night to have a little bit of... Oh, Bruce, baby, I seem to have found you in a precarious predicament.
Well, hello there, Mr. Star Wars man. It seems you've brought me some libations and ladies to celebrate my victory over the Batman. So now I will break your back and then take these ladies and bust them backs out.
Oh, now you see, Billie D, unlike the Batman, carries this here pistol. And trust me, friend, it ain't set to stun.
It doesn't matter how many guns you have. All that matters is my plan. You should have respected my authority. Now come, ladies. You will go back to Bane's place, and I'll fill you up with all this venom.
Oh man, this fool took all of Billie D's women. But at least he left Billie D some smooth Colt 45 while you and I wait for an ambulance to arrive. Show you ride. You know, for the last couple of years, I had all but given up on McFarlane toys. You know, outside of the occasional mega fig here and there, and the Spawn figures, I pretty much stopped caring about McFarlane because, I mean, let's be honest, all this fool makes is Batman. Like, he just makes 15, 16 versions of Batman. I have a couple of those caveman Batman figures, like the Mr. Freeze and the Batman, and I caught the Robin on sale, those page punchers. But other than that, I haven't really been picking these guys up. And that Bane figure, man, that damn Bane, Bane mega figure, oh my goodness, that thing was an absolute mess to get a hold of. Pre-order got canceled. Then it came back in stock, added to my cart, go to buy it. We can't complete your order. Over and over and over and over and over and over again. So I said, I'm just going to sit back. I'm going to wait. I'm going to be patient. And maybe, just maybe, they'll drop a reissue of that Bane, probably in black and white or some nonsense like that. Or they'll drop a recolor of it for a different version of Bane. But hopefully they wouldn't do it in a multi-pack. And son of a gun, they did it in a multi-pack. But I gotta say, with this multi-pack, there's a lot of good, there's a lot of bad, but let's get into it. First, let's look at the box. And I mean, it's your standard fare McFarlane box. It's got the iconic scene of Batman getting his back broken. And yeah, and then it's your standard McFarlane fare after that. So yeah, let's crack this sucker open and let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. So let's start out with the Batman. Like, okay, this is literally everything I love and hate about McFarlane figures. I mean, even though this is mostly reuse, they still manage to capture something different. Like, do just enough to make it feel different. Like, I gotta say, I went into this skeptical, but they knocked this bad boy out the park. Like, the bat signal on his chest is beautifully printed. The rips in his costume, they're actually painted on, and the paint matches the skin tone, which, you know, Marvel Legends could learn something from this. Like, the battle damage is perfectly done. The belt has a little bit of shading to it. Like, the body has a little bit of shading. Yeah, there's nothing on the back. But who's looking at that, really? Let's be honest. And then on top of it all, he has a cape with wires in it, so you can get some really great posing out of it. And the sculpting, I gotta say, top notch. I mean, the back muscles on this dude are just amazing, even though his back is gonna get destroyed later on in the comic. But yeah, like, they really did a great job with this, at least with the aesthetics, right? Okay, now, real quick, the accessories. So, there's a good amount of accessories. So you get a couple of karate hands. He comes with some gripping hands right out the box. Karate hands. He has some other like weirdo punching hands that kind of just look like blocks, but whatever, and a batarang, which is cool. And then Bane, unlike the previous release of Bane, he comes with fist hands and he comes with the gripping hands. So I mean, all in all, a pretty good assortment for this multi-pack. Once again, I wish Marvel Legends could do something like this. I really, really do. And for a quick size comparison, here he is with Mezco Doctor Doom and Marvel Legends She-Hulk. These are the first two figures I could grab to do this size comparison. So there, he's pretty tall, but he stacks up pretty well against certain other figures in your collection. Now, posing. Okay, this is where you get to the Bane. Oh my goodness, the Bane of the McFarlane figures. First of all, the plastic it still doesn't feel good in hand. Like, the plastic still does not have that like super quality feel. It's there, it's functional, but yeah, you get really good range in the head, so he can't really look down too much. He can look up pretty good, but he not too much. Arms are pretty much the McFarlane standard fare. Again, the butterfly joint is it's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. And he has the bicep swivel, double jointed elbows that get a pretty good range. He has the wrist swivel thing that they do with McFarlane that I just don't like. He has a really solid set of torso joints. I mean, he can really he can go far back, he can go pretty good forward. I mean, they're really good. They work very well in conjunction with one another. And he has a swivel at his waist. Here's where the problems start to build up. The legs. Okay, so he can go out forward pretty well. The knees just do that thing. The McFarlane knees are just ridiculously bad. Like, his knees should not be bending all these weirdo ways, but the joint doesn't have a cutoff, so he just bends his legs all weird. I can't stand McFarlane legs. I can't. He has double jointed knees though, so that's great. And then the ankles are pretty generous, and he has the toes, the toe joints. I mean, again, I don't like the legs on McFarlane figures. They just bend all weird. They go too far forward. When you try to bend the knees, they go too far forward. They go back pretty decently, but like the joints just they don't feel good, man. And then the cape on top of that, the cape is absolutely stunning. The more I pose it, the cape is absolutely stunning to look at. I love that thing, but man, it's just those freaking leg joints kill me every time. But yeah, let's get to the main event. Let's get to Mr. Bane. Let's get to this dude. Okay, and this is what I love about McFarlane figures, the Mega Figs especially, because this guy is on point. Granted, it's just a retool of that Arkham Asylum, Bane figure. It's just a retool of that, but man, it looks so freaking good. Like, the aesthetics on this, like, his body is like sculpted pretty much to perfection. He has paint for the hair, like I said, the muscle joints, the leg joints. He has a little bit of different textures in the legs. His back, it looks just fantastic, and he also has that soft back, that soft plastic back that kind of happens with like Storm Collectibles. They have this where it gives you a little bit extra range on the way back, so you're not actually pulling too hard on the ball joint in the middle. But yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, it just looks great. His venom injector and the back of his head, it just, man, it's just such a well done figure. I've waited eternity for this thing, and I'm so happy I got it in my collection. Now, posing for this guy, I don't expect too much from this guy, because I mean, I'm not expecting him to be Spider-Man, but the head has pretty good range considering he has a big pipe sticking out of it. The arms go up to about 90. Just got to be careful with the left arm because that has his venom injector in it. But the right arm goes full 360. You have a single jointed elbow. You have the wrist swivel thing from all the McFarlane figures that kind of works pretty well. The hinge in there anyway. You have the giant ball in the torso, which is, I think, a pretty solid move because you get the wiggly waggly, you get all this out of this guy. I mean, back and forth, front and back. He could do pretty much any wrestling pose you're trying to put him in for a big dude. It's pretty freaking great. And he can do a full 360 at the waist. He has this belt which kind of covers it up, and then on top of that, his legs go pretty well far forward. You can do a pretty good split. They go back pretty good, but on top of that, you're gonna have the problem with the diaper. But I mean, it is what it is. Just be careful with the diaper. Double jointed legs. His feet are the ankles are pretty good on this guy. I gotta give him that. The ankles are pretty solid on this guy, and he has the toe. He has the toe joint. So yeah, I mean, for a big figure, I like this. I like this figure a lot. And for size comparison, here he is with a couple other Mega Figs, Swamp Thing and Violator. Here he is with a Mafex Cyborg Superman and a Storm Collectibles Kintaro. And just for poops and giggles, here he is with Cable from Marvel Legends and a Deadpool from Mafex. So yeah, this is a solid 2-pack. I gotta say, Marvel Legends can take a lot from this 2-pack because Marvel Legends usually gives you a crappy figure and a great figure. In this case, outside of the leg joints on the Batman, this is a really great 2-pack. Good accessory, good amount of accessories. The Batman has a great look to him. I think the only thing that I could complain about with the Batman outside of the leg joints is maybe getting an alternate head, something, just because the face sculpt is really great, but it would be great to have just a grimacing, less grimacing face. Like, we're not going to just hold him in the back break motion pose. Like, maybe you want to pose this guy a little bit differently. He's a little bit beat up and he wants to keep going. Maybe like his cowl being kind of ripped or something like that, like it was in a comic book. Like, there's a lot of different options I think they could have gone with the cowl and the head sculpt. But whatever, it is what it is. But yeah, if you have the money to buy this, because this is an expensive set, if you have the money to buy this set, it's really, to me, it's super duper worth it. I am very pleased with this set. I'm finally happy to have this Bane in my collection. I was looking at the Mafex Bane, and then this guy came up, and I was like, you know what? I'm buying this Bane. This is my Bane in my collection. This is it right here. This Batman, it's a great Batman for, just having a great alternative Batman. They did great with the paint. They did great with the sculpting. It's a good Batman. It's just, like I said, alternate head sculpts. Good amount of accessories. To me, a great box set. Pick it up if you can. But let me know what you think. Are you picking up this box set? Did you already pick up this box set? Do you think it's worth it? Are you waiting for it to go on sale or on clearance? Or are you just not interested at all? Do you even collect McFarlane figures? Let me know what you think in the comments. And as always, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you check out the community tab. That's where I'll post any pre-orders on figs or any sales that I come across or any restocks that I run into while browsing the World Wide Web. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Also in the description is my Amazon affiliate link. It's pretty awesome, pretty cool. All you have to do is click on a link, go on Amazon, and buy away. And Amazon will pay me a small commission for everything you purchase. It's a great way to support the channel, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. Yeah, but with that, be safe, be good, and it's the Drunken Prime cracking open another beer and signing off.